intense 60 minutes of action. It ended Germany 70, the Tigress of Nigeria 79, as they go ahead to become the first African team to qualify to the knockout stage in any Olympic event regarding basketball. On that victorious note, I welcome you to another edition of your number one sports show on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1. Of course, so much is happening at the Paris 2024 Olympics. We know that finally Novak Djokovic has joined the greats of having to win more than 20 Grand Slams and, of course, adding an Olympic gold medal as well to his list of achievements. So much is happening right now at the Olympic Games. Hopefully, Team Nigeria will get themselves together. It's not really been too good so far in the other sporting activities and in events, but then of course the Tigresses are doing as well. And of course, yes, we're gradually looking forward to football season is gradually coming back. Of course, we know that preseason friendly games have been going down and all the teams have been doing quite a lot. So we'll definitely go into it. And of course, some interesting transfer updates as well. So we'll just take this short breather and then, of course, we'll come back with stories from the international sports scene. Yes, of course, we'll start off on a winning note. Of course, for Novak Djokovic, as he was able to eventually win his first gold medal since he's been chasing the Olympic title after defeating Carlos Alcaraz. It was a battle between the oldest tennis player to ever compete in an Olympic final and as well as the youngest tennis player to compete in an Olympic final. At the end of proceedings, it went down 7-6, 7-3, 7-6, 7-2 in favor of the Serbian. Of course, it's been a long-awaited one for him, and of course, he had to put in it's been regarded as his best performance of the year to get past the French and Wimbledon champion in Carlos Alcaraz. Of course, he sealed that win with a forehand winner, and then of course after that turned towards the box area with his arms outstretched, throwing his racket to the floor after a 3-hour training match. Of course, the silver medalist, that's Carlos Alcaraz, went on to hug him. But then for Djokovic, he burst into tears. And of course, it was an emotional moment for him. Of course, after I won it, he stated it was an incredible fight and I had to play my best tennis. I put my heart, my soul, everything to win gold. I did it for my country first, for Serbia. So, congratulations to Novak Djokovic. And now he's joined the likes of Rafael Nadal, of course, as well as Roger Federer, Serena Williams. Of course, he's joined that long list of legends of the game of tennis, and it's been a long-awaited one. Of course, even the likes of Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf, and so he's now the fifth player in modern tennis, in modern tennis era to win all four major titles. Of course, that's the Australian Open, the US Open, the French Open, of course Wimbledon, and of course to now add an Olympic title to it. So congratulations to Novak Djokovic. He's done quite well, and then of course he's been able to ensure that his country Serbia have gotten a gold medal. Of course, still sticking with the Olympic Games where so much is happening. Many of countries are doing quite well. Of course, before I came into the studio in the basketball event, USA defeated Germany 87-68. Yes, that was a tight encounter between both teams, but then of course they ensured that they went on to win it. And of course in badminton as well, China Taipei were defeated China and an thrilling 3-set encounter. Very tough, tight game, I must say. And of course, China did lose that gold medal, but then for Chinese Taipei, they defended it, and of course they've been able to put themselves in the reckoning as one of the teams that have gotten the gold medal for themselves. Of course, down to the medal table. We have China with 19 gold, uh, 15 silver, and 10 bronze with a total of 44 medals. We have USA with 17 gold medals, 26 silver medals, and of course 25 bronze medals with a total of 68 medals. Of course, the host France, they're doing quite well for themselves with 12 gold medals, 14 silver medals, and of course 17 bronze medals with a total of 43 medals. And then, of course, Australia come in fourth position with 12 gold medals, 9 silver medals, and of course 7 bronze medals with 28 medals in total. And of course, for Team GB, they are tied. The difference between themselves and Korea is based on the number of silver medals they have. They have 10 gold medals, 12 silver, and then of course 15 bronze. Compared to Korea's 10 gold medals, 7 silver, and 7 bronze. So it's still going quite hot right now at Paris 2024 Olympic Games. So much is happening, and of course, all the teams are ensuring that they do quite well. Of course, definitely, as it's day 9 right now, so much we are looking forward to regarding the tennis event. And then, of course, earlier on, there was an issue regarding some boxers. In the Olympic Games, I'm talking about Iman Khalif of Algeria, and of course Taiwan's Lin Yu Ting. Yes, of course. She has made it to the to the semi-finals rather of the Olympic Games. Of course, all this is down because of their sexuality. A good number of the other female boxers feel that they are not really women based on the number, how they punch and how they've been able to come into the ring. And of course even some of the opponents have said that no, they don't think they will go on to fight it, especially for Taiwan's Li Yuting. Yes, she took on Svetlana Staneva, yes, of Bulgaria. And so after the boxing bout, of course, for Svetlana Staneva, she went on and stated that she couldn't continue to fight Taiwan's Lin Yuting because she feels that Lin Yuting she's not having the same the same body build and every necessary body gender look as expected. And so she walked out of the arena saying shouting no, and making a cross with the fingers that she couldn't go on with the bout. And so as well, for Iman Khalif, yes, she also went on to defeat our own opponent, and of course she was supposed to fight Hungary's she was supposed to take on Hungary's Luca Anna Amori. However, that bout didn't get to hold because of after a while Anna Amori lost. Though yes, of course they did go head to head. However, Iman Khalif of Algeria, was able to continue, and after that she's will be able to now make it to the semi-finals as well of the 66 kg category. So of course for Iman Khalif, she was stating that she'll be going on. She's happy because now she's now going to be going into the ring, and she feels that it's now an opportunity for her to win a title. Of course, after that bout, it turned out that there were no other opponents to face. So she went on and she was in tears to say that this is the first medal in women's boxing for Algeria. I'm very happy. I want to thank all the world and the Arabic world. Of course, Amori, of course, of Hungary, said period to the fight that she did not think it is fair because she felt Iman Khalif was competing, but then based on IBA's rules and gender criteria, Iman Khalif shouldn't qualify. However, she went on to say it was a very hard day for both of us, but I just want to say it was a great fight and I wish good luck to Khalif in the future and thank you so much. So it's one victory for Algeria, and of course, the Algerian president has also congratulated Imen Khalif as she will now be going on, on a run to hopefully pick up a medal for herself in the Olympic game. But then, whatever it is she's going to be facing was Naze Sumeli of Turkey. So, hey, Oman Khalif is now in the semi-final of the 66 kg category, same as, of course, Taiwan's Lin Yu Ting of Lin Yu Ting of Taiwan. So interesting times regarding the Olympic Games. I would, hopefully Nigeria, we can also make ourselves proud. Of course, we just take the short breather and then we'll come back. We'll be talking about Nigeria's victorious, victory going on in the Olympic Games. Of course, like I said, Team Nigeria have been doing quite well so far at the Olympic Games, and yes, earlier today it was Germany 70, Nigeria 79, and Rena Wakama and girls have been able to put Nigeria, not just, we have been on the map. However, when it comes to boxing events, we are not always right there. But then she's now made Nigeria to become the first African team to ever qualify to the next round in the basketball event of an Olympic tournament, and she did that quite well. Like I said, Nigeria defeated Canada 79-70. Of course, our girls went all out. Of course, in the first quarter ended 18 all, and then of course the second quarter was quite tight, between the Germany and Nigeria. However, when they came out in the third quarter, Team Nigeria also went on to do quite well to ensure that what the defeat to France would not just didn't rub off them. They were able to go. They didn't go down without giving a fight. And yes, they did come out strong. And second quarter they won that as well with a very good handsome lead. And then by the time it was the final quarter, they wrapped it all up to ensure that they won that bout and the basketball match by 9 points different. Of course, I must say, Amy Okonkwo looked a bit, she was a bit jaded, but then she was able to get herself back. Of course, Promise Amu Kamara gave a good one. Ezine Kalu really showed why she was called up, and she gave a very, very good performance, of course, and then ensure that, by the fourth quarter, despite losing by about 5 points, because Germany had 24 points and Nigeria had 19 points, we still went on to win the basketball match. Of course, like I said, the third quarter we did well. We had 23 points, and then of course for Canada had 5 points in the third quarter. So in all, I must say, Team Nigeria, well done. For the Tigers, well done. Rena Wakama has been able to bring our basketball girls to very good reckoning, and hopefully we will not rest on us. Definitely we're making it now to the quarterfinals, but then of course the likes of Germany getting past, the likes of Germany, USA, of course, Belgium, who are the European champions. We will be meeting those teams. And let's not forget France as well, who defeated us on Thursday. But then for other basketball events, of course, Japan lost to Belgium 58-85. Like I said earlier, USA defeated Germany 87-68. And of course, for the Tigresses, they defeated Canada 79-70. So interesting time regarding the basketball team and of course the Tigress, and hopefully this will spur them on and maybe even get us a medal. But then fingers crossed, because they would be meeting it will not be an easy one, because they will be taking on one of the top teams that finish in the top team that finish best third or even the first in the group stage. Of course, the likes of Germany and US have also qualified. And so, of course, after that victory, the Minister of Sports has encouraged the Tigers that they should keep up the momentum. And, of course, even our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has also sent out a message to the girls that they should not, rest on their oars and go out there and possibly go for gold. Of course, that was in the statement from this spokesman, that's Ajuri Nglale. Commended the team, and he has encouraged them that they should go ahead. They should be resilient. They show their uncommon demonstration of resilience, teamwork, and of course diligence. But of course, for other competitors, that's athletes for Team Nigeria. It's not really been a smooth one so far. Of course, the athletic events we have not really been doing quite well. In the Olympic Games, we've just been coming short so far, and it's not really been quite good, despite the fact that we had some of our athletes do quite well yesterday, the likes of Rosemary Chukuma, and then even in Ebuka Chukwuemeka, yes, of course, for Team Nigeria in the athletic events, but they didn't really, they've really not been living up to their performance so far. But then, of course, hopefully, when the athletics events later today in the semi-final two for the men's 100 meters, we have Koinsola Ajayi. Yes, Koinsola Ajayi. He is one of the runners. He'll be running in lane. He'll be running in lane 6. Yes, going into this the last the semi-final, second semi-finals of the 100 meter race. So hopefully, Koinsola Ajayi can make us proud. And of course, in another one, in the first semi-final one of the 100-meter race, yes, we also have Favor Ash. Yes, he's going to be representing Nigeria. So we have two Nigerians in the 100-meter race and semi-finals later today in a couple of minutes, about 30 minutes to go. So hopefully, Favor Ash and Koinsola Ajayi will make us proud. Of course, in other events to look forward to, earlier today in the men's it's one of the 400 meter event, we had Okeze who came fourth in his own, coming up with 45.52 seconds. Chidi Anthony Okeze, yes, in his own heat. The first in the round one of heat one, he came fourth, so he couldn't qualify to the next round because he came fourth at the end of proceeding. So we have, like I said, most of our athletes have really not done well. But then, of course, we had another Nigerian in its four. That's Samuel Ogazi. Yes, he was able to do quite well. He came second in his own heat. Yeah, of course, behind Hall of Quincy Hall of America. So yes, like I said, some Nigerians making it to the next stage, some Nigerians not coming out tops in their own events. But all the same, Team Nigeria will keep rooting out for you in the Olympic Games. From there, of course, we move over to the European football scene when so much is happening. Yes, of course, yesterday, international club-friendly games were played. The likes of Manchester City defeating Chelsea by 4-2. Of course, El Clasico early hours of this morning, Barcelona beat Real Madrid 2-1. That was a very, very, very tight game, I must say. And then, of course, some Super Cup finals in Turkey, the Turkish Super Cup final between Galatasaray and Besiktas. Ciro Immobile, yes, he has joined Besiktas from Lazio, scored a brace as Besiktas went on to defeat the league and cup champions. I'm talking about Galatasaray, 5-0. So hey, interesting football times. And of course, Scottish League is on as well. Some selected results. I know that before I came into the studio, defending champions Celtics were leading Kilmarnock by 3-0. So and of course, yesterday Rangers played their own game. Of course, you know, they finished as runners up to Celtic in the Premiership, and they played a barren. It was a barren affair between Hearts and Rangers of Celtic. So hey, it looks like Celtic will be chasing their fourth league title in a row. But then hey, they still have lots of games to play so far. And then from there we switch over to the transfer window, whereby so much is happening. Celtic won their game 4-0, defeated Kilmarnock by 4-0. So they started with a very, 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 making a big statement that they still want to hold on to the Scottish Premier League title. Of course, we know that Brendan Rodgers is the coach of Celtic, and then of course they have Kasper Schmeichel as well, their goalkeeper. And I said transfer trade. One of the biggest stories I just made around this day. Yes, everybody knows Nicolas Pepe, that he made that £72 million move from Lille FC to Arsenal. Well, he has moved to Villarreal as a free agent. So Arsenal fans that can remember Nicolas Pepe, well, he has moved on to Villarreal, and of course some other interesting transfer updates that has gone down so far in the last say last 24 to 48 hours. Inter Milan look like they're going to be signing on. They're already in talks with Juventus. They've made a contact for Federico Chiesa, as of course Thiago Motta has said he doesn't think he will have him. He is not part of his plans for the season, of course. So he has told him to look for another club that will be part of it. And of course, reports have suggested that Joao Felix, yes, who is still on the books of Atletico Madrid, is not. What reports have suggested he's not going to be going to Benfica this season, but then Aston Villa still look like they want to get him on and they want to sign him. Of course, for West Ham, they're looking like one of the biggest spenders this season. They've signed on Kresinko Somerville from Leeds United, and of course, they are looking at signing on Fulkrug from Borussia Dortmund. So they've been doing quite a lot of business for themselves. Of course, Aston Villa have signed on George Cuenca from Villarreal for about 7 million euros with add-ons, and then of course it's no longer news that of course Emil Smith Rowe has left Arsenal for he has left Arsenal for Fulham. Of course, the bid to see whether Victor Osimhen will definitely get a new club is still on, as reports came out yesterday that Napoli left him out in their friendly game against Girona. So looks like they want to get a new club. They want to get a club for Victor Osimhen and possibly bring in Romelu Lukaku. But we'll follow that story, and definitely whatever pans out from it, we'll keep you updated. And of course, Atletico Madrid have signed on Alexandra Solot from Villarreal for a fee worth 30 million euros plus a 5 million euros on. And of course, for Manchester City, hey, despite the fact that Alan scored a brace yesterday within about 15 minutes of action, hey, it looks like Julian Alvarez is likely going to be joining Atletico Madrid. But then talks are still ongoing between Atletico Madrid and of course Manchester City. And of course, one player that many Arsenal faithfuls who have been following the club are not happy to hear, but then Chido Obi Martin, Nigerian born teenager, has joined Manchester United on the reserve on a young professional deal, a mature deal rather. He's joined Manchester United from Arsenal, and he's going to be looking at possibly of course playing Manchester United academy and then move on to play for the big for the main team. Well, that's so much we can take on today's show. As always, hopefully Team Nigeria, we're rooting out for them. Of course, later in the week, Toby Amushon will be running, and hope that she makes it to the finals. And of course, the likes of Favor Ash and of course Koin Sola Ajayi, they make it to the final. Well, hopefully they make Team Nigeria proud. As always, don't drink and drive, obey every traffic report, and have a beautiful and blissful week ahead. Of course, it's a new month. Hopefully, it's a bountiful month for us. My name remains Oluwole. God bless.